today. From Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Tennessee Titans and the Philadelphia Eagles. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 20.
At their own 24-yard
line. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Number 36.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
He's down. At the 40-yard line.
Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
He was brought down at the 40.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Kaiser looking left side. He's got it complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now a handoff looking right. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 36. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
It's a gain of 6.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
44 on the
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 25. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Ball at the 23, second and 8. They'll try the left side with Dorsett. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
To throw on third down, Kaiser. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone. Thing, but in this case he came up quickly and made a nice sure tackle.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll drop here to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Brings up third down and the 11.
Now Wentz on third down. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Now a handoff here to his running back. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. They'll try to throw here. Kaiser. McKinnon here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
First down, Tennessee.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Gain of 14. And the Titans first down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Titans 3, Eagles 0.
Kaiser on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer defense.
The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And to give this time to the tailback. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
The tackle man.
You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He's a second-round pick, a solid second-round pick. But when you're close to that first round, do you come in with a little chip on your shoulder?
You definitely do, because now your money's not the same. But even more than that, it's the prestige. Everyone wants to be a first-round pick, and he thought his talent demanded that. And I do know some teams in the league that had first-round grades on him.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago. Really in great. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown.
Touchdown, Tennessee.
A 5-yard touchdown. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Tucker McCann, the kickoff for
McCann's got it teed up. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They start the drive with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative. Playing an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Had to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Following the interception, Kaiser. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Gain on the play. First down, Tennessee.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
Tucker McCann.
His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? Game.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most. Times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz, he's going to loft. And got his man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 33 yards that time.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. Oh, he dropped him. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Setting up the screen for Cook. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
6-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 24, Wentz. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
At the 6-yard line.
Shotgun now for Wentz. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
On 2nd and goal, Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 6 yards. Away. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. And it's 17-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. After the touchdown pass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. The drive starts with a completion left side. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Kaiser firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards, a first down.
Titans first down.
From the gun, Kaiser. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line. That'll be complete to Cook. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
21-yard line.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
A 2nd down throw now for Kaiser. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Complete.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Kaiser. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Kaiser. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Kaiser yet again. He's going to look deep down the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin with an AFC South matchup in Indianapolis as Houston is in town. And it's the Texans who've got the lead in the 2nd quarter. The Texans still in a dogfight, but this...
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Tucker McCann to kick off for Tennessee.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They got the victory last week. That was against Jacksonville, and they lead this one as well right now. Out in front here, they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
36. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Kaiser. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now they try the right side here. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Kaiser. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
9 yards. 1st down, Tennessee.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a handoff looking right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Good start to the The season for him, he had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Wentz now on first down. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
2nd and 2 at the 33.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 35-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. And he's got him. Got his man on the end round. Complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This is pass incomplete from the contact.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 23.
And to give this time to the tailback. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Tackled at the 20.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
On 3rd down, Kaiser. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On now is the Titans punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Now Wentz on the bootleg. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Wentz now to throw. And quickly finding Rager. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Into the red zone. Wentz. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1. At the Titans.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The 8-yard line.
They'll run with Cook.
And the Eagles are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And did he get in? Yes, they say it's a touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles get a score closer. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And 5.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Kaiser flushed out right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, Kaiser. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he will have a Titans 1st down.
And the Titans.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's going to be caught by Richardson. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Kaiser from the gun on 3rd. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
The carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling, but inside is thinking 24-hour rule, because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
McCann's got it teed up. This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just. Want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it Really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge. Huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And they're throwing here. Kaiser. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 12.
Now a handoff looking right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Man, this is ridiculous, man.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Gain on the play.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And I think they might have something in this young rookie quarterback because he certainly looked the part.
I have to ask you a question. Are you thinking similar to what I'm thinking? That these rookie quarterbacks, they come in more prepared than ever before?
Year after year, they just seem more comfortable from day one.
I think you start really young now. These quarterback coaches, they play against a better competition. They go to camps across the country. Then they play big-time games in college. So when they get to the NFL, it's not quite the same, how would you say it, pressure that they felt in years past. And these kids just go out and perform.
And keep in mind, he led them to a road victory here, even more impressive. So for Tennessee, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games.
And they will head home for next week's contest. That is against Washington.
Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
it.